Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to cast aside the mundane and irrelevant gameplay stuff and go straight to the heart of what really matters in this wonderful game of ours. So it's obviously Golfstar emojis then. So I did a live stream last Friday where I was having a go at round 2 in the Grand Championship. I think I managed a fairly average 14 under during the stream. I did go one better a little later and followed up with a 15 under in round 2 I think, and 16 under in round 3. Let's have a look. Yeah, so 15 under I managed on my last go on Friday, and then 16 under I think I managed first time on the Saturday and didn't better it. So there or thereabouts after the preliminaries, which as usual I'm normally up there or thereabouts when you can use guides and juice and that. Unfortunately, doing well in the preliminaries means absolutely nothing when it comes to the thing that matters, which is the final round. As usual, I finished up way down the list, had 11 under. Should have done a little bit better than that, but realistically I wasn't going to challenge. Well, maybe with a bit of luck I could have got 13 I guess, but 14 won it. Well done, Benessia 73, if that's your birth date, same year as me. Congratulations on that. Right, so what I was particularly pleased about was, if we look down here we'll see, there he is, Dragon ST666, or is it Dragons T666, who knows, maybe he'll tell us. One better on 12 under, so I was not least pleased because he was watching the stream on Friday and we managed to time it, so he joined me on my second game of the night. You can see that here if you haven't already. It was a bit of fun. If you were watching, you can't see the live chat now, the transcript of it, but there was an interesting little debate going on regarding the emojis in the game, i.e. when to use them, what etiquette's involved. Some people seeming to take them all too seriously, and some of them, what in the world did they actually mean? So today I'm going to have a look at each one. I'm going to try and work out what some of them are supposed to represent. A lot of them are fairly self-explanatory, so we'll whisk past those ones. So you've got a smiley. Obviously, you're happy. Good. That's you know, the purpose of an emoji is to portray your emotions. So you can say, "Yep, I'm smiling." Similarly, we've got ones with words on, so you can say hi. You can say start. I guess that's useful when you're in a goodwill game and you want things to hurry up. To be honest, I've used it in the past in the days of double devicing, when someone's sitting on the tee for 2 minutes before taking the tee shot, and I would shout start when they were obviously doing that on every hole. Perhaps that was a little bit unkind, because if you've seen me recently, it sometimes takes me 2 minutes to hit the line. Nothing dodgy going on with that. I'm just, well, especially on a Friday night, doing a live stream after some beers, it can take us several times to hit it, so it can take a bit of a while. But yeah, fairly self-explanatory that one again. As is go. I would suggest that's pretty much exactly the same thing, and I would wonder why there is a start and a go. Do they serve different different purposes? I very much doubt it. Thanks, that's fairly, well, I was going to say new. It's one of the more recent ones. It was an addition, I think. Never used to be there. Thanks is absolutely a useful one to have. As is clap. Now the applause or the clapping icon, it can be a source of some rage I've seen witnessed within the guild if people play a game and they come on afterwards saying, "Oh, they never clapped. You know, I played them in the 1v1, they never clapped, and I played them again, so I made sure I beat them." You know, they seem to get really upset about that. What I would say to that is, and I've said before, I often sit in front of the telly. I'll be sitting there with my tablet and I'll, you know, be paying half attention to the game, half attention to the telly. I'll play a few shots, and a lot of the time, you know, I tend to, if I'm paying attention, I'll always kind of clap or make some sort of response if someone's doing well, or sympathetic if someone's doing badly. But it's not, you know, it's not like real life where somebody's necessarily ignoring you. You know, someone's playing a game and they might not be paying that much attention. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with that, but I don't tend to become particularly enraged myself if I don't get a clap at the end of a game. Take it with a pinch of salt maybe. One time the applause icon did get us into a bit of, well, not real bother, but it's keyboard warrior type bother. I think I was playing someone, it was a fairly one standard, this is years ago when the 1v1 was really unbalanced. It's a lot better now. And I think I I wouldn't quite comfortably, but I gave the guy a clap at the end, and I just got a string of messages, one after the other, about how my sarcastic applause was such an awful thing, and I think because I had way more stats than him, I shouldn't have clapped. I don't quite understand what I should have done, but I think learning from that, sometimes it's best just not to do anything at all. But you get a few of these guys in the game, and I can understand to some extent the rage when you're paired with someone with, a couple of thousand more stats than you. But yeah, sometimes doing the right thing can get taken the wrong way, which, to be honest, a lot of these are a little bit ambiguous. We'll come to a couple of those later, I think, but this one's not. Stop, or I'm not quite sure when it'd be useful. I guess where you can use wait. Actually, wait isn't in the list I've got here. That only comes up prior to games, but I guess it's similar purpose to that. Another fairly self-explanatory one, thumbs up, similar to your smiley, I guess. It's a well done, or I tend to use the thumbs up or the clap most of the time when I'm sitting playing a game with someone and they're doing well. Another fairly newish one is the heart, kind of indicating that you love who you're playing against, I guess, or just, I guess, there's probably circumstances where that would comes up a bit before the guild battle games. We tend to fire them around. We all love each other in the Brit drivers. Okay, so yeah, this one again, I would say this is fairly self-explanatory. You don't really see it much, although you do occasionally, depending on who you're playing. So this is just a full-on rage is the way I take this one. Red face, angry, enraged person. So either somebody upset with how they're playing or what you're doing, I suppose. So yeah, quite clear I think what that one is. We've got a couple of the ambiguous ones coming up, but this one, I think it's like a bead of sweat coming out of his face. So I tend to use that one if, like, let's say I'm ahead and I've put a putt in and someone just misses their putt. I'll kind of indicate that I was worried by this one. Like, oh, I was sweating there, I guess. Yeah. I could be reading this again. If you read any of these ones any differently than me, shout them in the comments. I'll be interested to see, because I think, again, some of them can be so ambiguous, people can take them totally different ways, which again we'll come to with a couple of these later ones. Right, the cry. Now, I said in the live chat with this crying emoji, because again I've got in a bit of trouble with this one. I used to use it to kind of express sympathy, like someone has a really difficult shot, they go really close, just misses. So I would do the crying face as in, oh, I'm upset for you, maybe, or, but again, I've had a string of messages after using that saying that I was being condescending because, calling them a crybaby or something. Yeah, I don't quite understand the way people read these sometimes. So again, can be taken various ways. Right, so the last three we've got, I think they're pretty ambiguous. Well, I don't think this is necessarily ambiguous, it's just a bit weird. So it's basically an upset or angry looking face with a little kind of diamond gleam coming out of the left eye. Now, I've kind of thought this to mean, is it I'm watching you, I've got my eye on you? I don't know. I don't know. Again, this is one that I'd be interested to see what people think, what that's supposed to mean. It's definitely not a happy one. Now this one, this is probably the most ambiguous one. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I've seen it called everything from a horn, like a trumpet, a party hat. If it's a party hat, it's kind of upside down or on its side. I've seen it called a slice of pizza. One of the guild was I gave him the pizza and we were like, what the hell are you talking about? The slice of pizza. Yeah. And yeah, very ambiguous, I think. It tends to come out at the end of a round. I think it's kind of like a party type symbol, but why and what it's actually supposed to represent, I'd be very interested to hear your comments. Right, now last but not least, this is my favourite one. Now this is the one we use to kind of to prove, when we were playing in the live stream, to prove that Dragon had been watching the live stream, I asked someone to shout up and use this emoji. But what is it? Now it's obviously like an evil type angry face, but it's quite a happy, it's got a bit of a grin. So is it necessarily a bad one? I think it possibly is, just because of that orange hue to its skin in the background. But to me, that ball thing in front, I mean, that looks to me like a golf ball with 3 candles coming out of it. Why, I don't know, but obviously I'm probably the only one who thinks that. In the live chat we had a couple of suggestions. Someone was saying it was somebody with sparkly hands. Okay. We had a name of Evil Eyes Voodoo something something. There's been a couple of comments since the live stream. A guy called Jeff suggested it was the Angry Fist. Again, is that, I think it might be actually, yeah, a fist upturned, but why has it got 3 glowing flames coming out of it? Not quite sure. David thought it was angry with claws out, so perhaps those are orange claws. But the verdict was, it was definitely not nice. So yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. So yeah, I think there are a couple of other ones actually thinking about it, which you get prior to the game, but nothing particularly unusual or ambiguous like that. So yeah, just a short one tonight. There'll be some more gameplay. I'll maybe try and do another live stream on the Friday, because I think that went quite well. So watch out for that. If I can, I'll do that on Friday again. We had a good couple of hours and had some good fun there with the chat. And it's nice, I think, just to get some ad hoc gameplay in without me having to really prepare anything. It's a lot easier from my point of view. I can just start the stream, turn the microphone on, and off we go, you know. So perhaps we'll do that again on Friday. I think I said on the stream, but again, thank you everyone who's subscribed. I'm now well over my 1,000 subscriber target, which means I've already applied to YouTube to remonetize my channel, and I'm hoping to get a verdict back in the next few days. I can't see any reason why they'd say no to that, so that's made me quite happy, and giving me a bit of encouragement to keep going with the videos. So that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.